Hi, very good afternoon, one and all. Let us discuss about ninth biology. Now we are in the continuation of the chapter sense organs, sixth chapter sense organs. I mean that previously we discussed about that sense organs in ZoomApp session as well as the first part, introduction part video. So then we have to move to the importance of sense organs as we discussed previously. Sense organs in the mean which are giving a sensation, sensitivity, how to react in a particular situation and how to make a sensation. That is very important to surveillance of any living organism. So it is possible by a special kind of mechanism as we discussed in the earlier. I mean that the receptor cells which can receive the information or to pick up the information from the environment through the receptor cells which are located in our the sense organs like photoreceptors which are present in the eyes, auditory receptors which are present in the ears, chemoreceptors or olfactory receptors which are present in the nose, gustatory receptors which are present on the tongue. Finally, we are having the cutaneous receptors to recognize the sensitivity of touch. I mean that obviously we are having the receptor cells to receive or to pick up the information and to make a sensation. So now today what we are supposed to do is to continuation of sense organs. Just we have to recall within a minute and we have to continue to the topic. So sense organs are five, as we know that eye, ear, nose, tongue and skin. So sense organs are five. Sense organs are work together for a particular sensation. They have to work together. I mean that all the parts mean, for example, let us take a eye. Eye means eye is protected by the eyelids, eyelashes, eyebrows and retina. We are having the lenses. Apart from that, we are having the conjunctiva. So many parts are involved in the structurally and whereas coming to the principally. I mean that mechanically. So these are called as work together. I mean that work together to make a purposeful sensation. For example, as we are saying an example of, we are seeing the objects with the help of eyes, but it is mandated to coordinate the muscular system, means eye muscles which keeps the lens in a particular position, blood circulation as well as the nerves. Optic nerves carries the information and brain is analysis. So all these mechanism is going to a stepwise in a rhythmic manner. This is very important to create a particular sensation. Is it clear, children? Now let us coming to the term. See, what do our senses do? Means our senses makes a sensitivity. For example, see, sometimes we are watching the news. Some other persons they are having some trouble in an unforgettable tragedy. So we have to show some condolence or sympathy. Of course, it is not occurs in presence of our mind, but we have to convey our condolence or sympathy. Sometimes we have to get a cooked fish smell, but sometimes our mind acceptance in a vomiting sensation. When we are very hungry, the same cooked fish smell is tasty when we are in a very hungry sensation. I mean that the moods are different to the different situations. It is vary from situation to situation, one organism to another organism. In a particular organism, in a particular person, it is different to the different timings and different places. Is clear, children? Now let us coming to the stimulation to sensation. Already we are explaining the previously. Now coming to the activity number 1. So what is the activity number 1 reveals means there is a particular level at which the process of sensation is triggered. For example, every stimuli cannot give a proper response. Every stimulus cannot make a proper response. I mean that here to make a sensation, certainly the moderate level of stimulus is required. Then only these stimulus can create the trigger that nerve cells, and the nerves carries the information in the form of nerve impulse towards to the brain and towards to motor organs. Is clear, children? So I mean that every sensation, every situation, every stimulus cannot make a situation. For example, while we are wearing the shirt or clothes, we don't feel that it is much irritability. Why? Because we are having to adaptation. We are having to adaptation to wear the clothes. I mean that these clothes are not giving to that a hesitation or make a response to that a stimulus. Why? Because it is a weaker stimulus. Moreover, it is a adaptation to our body. So that I mean that the stronger sensation makes the stronger sensation mask that weaker ones. Means only the stronger sensation. For example, when we have to hear the loud noise, all of us, all of you, suddenly have to turn that particular direction. Why? Because the stronger sensation makes the weaker ones. It can cover the weaker ones. It can mask the weaker ones. This is the activity number 1. So, activity number 1 reveals to that sensation will occur when the stimulus is properly used to the proper response. The weaker ones cannot make a stronger responses. That is the activity number 1. So next activity number 2 goes to the to recognize a proper taste of proper quantification is required. For example, we have to take a 100 ml of water in a beaker. Just we have to add a pinch of sugar. Then we have to try to taste it. There is no sugar. Why? Because we are adding a grams. So what we are supposed to do to become a tasty, we have to add a proper quantification. Proper quantification. It is required to recognize the taste. I mean that. So to recognize proper taste, it requires the proper quantification of required of the substance. For example, see, less quantity of sugar can't give the sugary taste. Already you learned that 9th class, 4th chapter, plasma membrane. What is meant by solution? What is meant by solvent? What is meant by solute? What is meant by hypertonic solution? Hypotonic solution? Isotonic solution? So already you are having a knowledge about that solutions. So that we have to leave that matter. Then we have to go to the history of the sense organs. When we have to looking back into that history, nearly 2300 years back, the famous persons like Plato and Aristotle, they are very much interested about that senses. They are the persons, first time they have to reveal that senses are 5 kinds. These are called as sense organs. Especially apart from the top 5 sense organs, they are giving most priority to the sensation of touch. Means skin is the most important sense organ. Is clear, children? When looking back into the history, nearly 2300 years back, the scientists like Plato and Aristotle, they are very famous persons in social and science. So they have to go into the first time they have to go into the senses are 5. Apart from these 5 senses, they are giving much priority to the touch. So then coming to the another person, Albert Magnus. Who is the person? Albert Magnus in 1220 AD. He is basically a bishop in the Church of Italy. So he is the person. He was the person of bishop. He is the person of bishop in Italy Church. Albert Magnus. So what he is done? So he is he is basically a bishop in the Church of Italy. The role of nerves for the first time in the sensation of touch. So obviously, the Plato and Aristotle, they are giving the importance of touch is very important sensation. So they have to follow by this another person, Albert Magnus, also giving much priority to that touch. Why? Because touch is possible when we have to pinch it, when we have to pinching. So immediately we feel that pain sensation. How it occurs? Because of that the stimulus. The pain sensation, the stimulus of the skin is one of the sensory organ. It carries information, pain information in the form of neural transmission like action potential or nerve impulse. It carries towards to the brain. So brain is a reaction center to analyze this information. Yes, someone is pinching, some situation is pinch. So immediately we have to escape from the situation, withdraw from the situation. It happens to the motor organs. as we explained in that the schematic representation of a mosquito bite. Same. So see here the role of nose for the first time in the sensation of touch. So these are the topics which we have to cover in that this part. Next we move to that our sense organs are 5. So first and foremost sense organ obviously eye. So we have a well-known proverb in Telugu also, Sarvendriyana Nayanam Pradhanam. I mean that while compared to all the organs or all these sense organs, which is the most important sense organ? Eye, because we have to accomplish to that situation, we have to get the information from the external medium to the internal body transferring, we need that some light. So here light plays a vital role. While we are closing the eyes, nothing will happen, nothing will see. So what is the difference between closing the eyes and opening the eyes? When we are opening the eye, the light falls on the eye, it forms that image, the image forms on the retina, that retina carries the information to optic nerve carries the information to brain is the analysis center and come back to the through eye. So then only we have to understand, yes, this is a cam, this is a mobile, this is a chalk. So we have to identify the objects with the help of this principle, like video cam, like a cam. So our eye is equal to like a video cam. Is clear, children? While coming to the sense organs, the first one is eye. Let us coming to that eye. First we have to discuss about external structure of eye. Actually we are having the two eyes located in front of the face. So it is located to the partial side. I mean that we have to count to nearly 180 degrees. We are having the vision nearly 180 degrees. But while we are going to the example of cows, goat, sheep, like these, they are having that the eye is having it is in a different position. Actually the human being's eye is having the power of binocular vision. Binocular vision means both the eyes receives the information and both the eyes forms the image, but finally we have to understand that only one image. Is clear, children? It's very important. What is meant by binocular vision? So binocular vision in the sense, actually we are seeing the objects with both the eyes. So obviously the both eyes are receives the information to form the images in the both eyes, but finally our brain is analysis. Yes, we have to see that object through both the eyes in only one, that we call as a binocular vision. And our eye is having the power of 3-dimensional. For example, see, this is a textbook. So in this textbook we have to observe that this is the longitudinal section, means x-axis, this is the y-axis, this is the z-axis, means thickness, length as well as width and thickness. So our eye can to detect the 3-dimensional pictures. So this is called as a 3-dimensional. So while coming to the external structure of eye, actually out of 6 only one part is visible. The major part of the eye is located in an eye socket. So when we have to observe the skeleton, the front of the face is having a more depth grooves like structures. Those are called as eye sockets. Means eye is just like a ball like structure which is located in the eye socket, and it can be covered by that eyelids. It can prevent the dust particles, to avoid the dust particles. If all of a sudden any dust particles are placed in that eye, immediately it should start the watering and should be removed that or shed off these particle by this watering. So these are all the concepts are related to the external structure of the eye. Next part, next video, we have to observe that eye structure with the diagrammatic representation with supporting the model, and we have to explain that internal structure of the eye, the parts of the eye and the functioning of the eye. Thank you, children. Thank you for watching this video.